Okay. Freedom. Oh, love it. Options. Well, these are very general, okay? So for some of you Virgos, this may be very frustrating, and for some of you, it may feel like a relief, but we have freedom. You're free to do what you choose, Virgo, and then we have options under the deck. This may be where you've been at. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. It may be that you have been weighing your options. What do I want to do? Where do I want to go next? What's the best use of my time and energy and gifts in the world, you know? For some of you, there may have been a Libra involved who's looking at the scales. And here we have freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Something more playful. It may be that you're wanting to partner with someone as well, with those dolphins, you know? Where's my pod? You know, where's my tribe, my group? You're free to do what you choose. You may have help here as well. Again, your people showing up for you to help support you. Or maybe that you are just looking for them, you know, wanting to play more, Virgo. You are a hardworking sign, earth sign. Freedom. You're free to do what you choose. It's up to you, you know. So many times, especially with earth signs, but especially with Virgos are always wanting to be of service usually, you know. How can I help? You know, very common for Virgos. But it's not about helping others. It's about expressing what's under that, which is your natural gifts of efficiency, fairness, discernment, all of that, you know. Of course you have gifts, and of course you want to help others as part of your, you know, your nature in general. But here you have this beautiful opportunity to be free of what you were doing in the past, possibly, or taking aspects of what you have previously been doing and bring them forward in a new way that provides more freedom for you, that feels less narrow. Again, you've been weighing your options here in the deck. Carefully, slowly, contemplatively. Maybe that you want to travel, you know, with that freedom. Take a vacation during this particular time frame to the seaside. Or just maybe you're feeling more playful in this particular time frame. Let's get some additional cards. Virgo, past, present, future. What's going on mid-February, March 2020. Okay. Eight of Raphael, Eight of Cups, a Page of Ariel right in the center, very beautiful, and Divine Guidance, the Hierophant in the reverse, in the near future, and the Page of Michael under the deck. Kind of goes with that options card, right? This following this line of inquiry, questioning, doing some research, you know. Here we have you, the King of Ariel, possibly you, someone who's very grounded, you know. So we have the Eight of Raphael in the recent past. Right? It kind of goes with this options, this contemplation. Moving on to something that feels, you've been called towards something. Being called towards something in the recent past. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, Virgo, like I already said, you know, not for someone else. A spiritual quest. Something's calling to you. You feel it, you know it. You're not sure what it is maybe yet. It's in the recent past. Weighing your options. Time to decide under that, right? But in the present moment, whatever the present is for you, you have the Page of Ariel. Independent study. Being invested in. Investing in something that will be long lasting. Right? Being gifts. Maybe you're gifted some money and inheritance. Dividends. Trusts. Physical gifts. Scholarships. This kind of thing. Again, we have this idea of freedom. and in the near future with the Hierophant, divine guidance in this deck. The search for meaning in life. Here we go in the recent past, right? But it is in the reverse. Turning tradition on its head. Doing something in an untraditional way. You can still be the wise teacher, but doing it differently. Not in the traditional sense. Turning tradition on its head. And what's tradition for you? What's traditional for you? Very, very interesting, Virgo. That page of Ariel right in the center. The present for you. The text on this card, reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Again, something physical, something manifest, something that will last the test of time. So, make sure that it's what you want. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Again, it could be an actual gift of money, an investment in you, or you also investing in something. But you get to choose. You're free to do what you choose here. 2 pages, right? The page of Michael, the page of Ariel. New beginnings. Things being offered to you. Opportunities abound here. Options abound. Freedom abounds. Now, sometimes we can get scared. Freedom feels overwhelming. Especially if you have been working really hard. It feels like something's been taken away from you. Nothing's being taken away from you. You're being given the gifts of space, freedom, opportunity. Okay, let me look at your money. This seems pretty cut and dry for you. And I think it's also very open, options, freedom, 8 of Raphael, 8 of Cups. It may have been a difficult time for you, Virgo. As I mentioned, because you're used to doing things a certain way. But with that 8 of Raphael in the recent past, maybe even coming into your present, it's going to be different for everybody. It can feel confusing sometimes when you're being called towards something, but you can't see what it is yet. And again, that freedom can feel frightening. But it's really playful. It's really joyful. Again, you're kind of here. Hello, world. I kind of like you pop up again. What's out there for me? And who's with me here? Who's my pod? Who wants to play with me? I feel like there's a greater sense of play here, which is kind of why I say maybe that you turning tradition on its head. What's traditional for you may have been like really hard work, and now you're like, I'm going to do something completely different. Maybe you're used to working for a corporation, and now you're like, I'm going to work part-time from home and pursue my yoga certification. I don't know, part-time. There's just so many different ways this can play in, which is always exciting. All right, let's take a peek at your money, Virgo. There may be someone waiting to partner with you as well. And I say that not only because I'm looking at the dolphins, but I'm looking at, I guess this is supposed to be Raphael here calling her, but I also feel like there may be someone, kind of, maybe they haven't manifested yet, but their energy is calling to you. So it's not just an opportunity or a desire on your part to go somewhere, find some kind of meaning or something more meaningful, but there's something or someone, and I feel like for some of you, it's actually an individual who's wanting to partner with you in this new, more meaningful space you're moving into. Time will tell. You may enter into an unconventional relationship or partnership here with that divine guidance in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. the Empress in reverse, and the King of Cups under the deck. Could be a water sign under the deck here who's somehow involved in your money. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces individual. Could just be you being very emotionally savvy, watching your money, being aware more about how emotions play into our money. But with the Empress in reverse here during this particular time frame, just, a note of caution, Virgo, to watch your overspending. You don't need to have everything that you want right away. You're in this process of moving and changing and growing. And the Empress in reverse can indicate spending more than you have, or being a bit more frivolous or superficial with your money. And if there's an individual involved, it could be possibly a woman or a mother figure, or someone who just demands a lot of money and time away from work, maybe, when this influences your money. The Empress in reverse can be very kind of self-centered and superficial. So just be careful of that. No, I hate to say be careful, but just, a cautionary tale here that it could veer into something that could cost you more than is necessary, because we tend to overspend with the Empress in reverse. And if it's an individual, they can be very demanding.